people? Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I didn't do anything on Thanksgiving Day, but hopefully you guys ate lots of good food and whatnot. Today's video, I wanted to talk about this topic because honestly, all throughout like me having my channel, I've been asked this a lot. For whatever reason, I don't really know why I've been asked this so much, but people frequently ask me about my horses in the wintertime and how I care for them. So I figured I would make a video about it and just like answer some of your guys' questions that I've been asked a lot. For any of you new subscribers that don't already know, I live in Iowa, and I live in Iowa, the United States, in case you're not from here, but Iowa is what us Iowans like to call it, is the bipolar state. So basically in Iowa, it could be just a solid week of thunderstorms and rain and gloomy, cloudy days, and then the next week it'll be completely sunshine, completely beautiful out. In the wintertime, we could have negative 50 degrees, which has happened before, or the literally next day could be like 45 degrees, like super beautiful out. And there's some summers where it's like 70 degrees all summer and very beautiful, and some summers it's 120 degrees. Last winter was super nice. Last winter we hardly had any snow, not a lot. We didn't have a lot of snow days, and this winter's been really nice, but we've had some winters where it's just been nonstop snow the whole time. And Iowa's weather patterns shift so much all the time. So we don't always know what to expect for weather circumstances. And one thing that really bothers me about the equine world is how differently people treat their horses in the wintertime. Because sometimes horses will go from, in the summertime, being outside every day, running around, being with other horses, and then in the wintertime, they're like in a stall all the time with a heavy blanket on, having high maintenance every single day. And it's like, really? Like, winter is not the end of the world for your horse, guys. I mean, I personally hardly change anything in the wintertime when it comes to my horses. The only thing that like we really change is that I actually have to go outside to feed them rather than them feeding themselves. And actually, we haven't even had to really feed them much hay because it hasn't snowed here yet. And, well, it has, but like not a lot. And we still have grass. Like today, it's like 45 degrees today, 50 degrees. And it's really, really nice, and it's almost December, which is super weird for Iowa. And so we really haven't had to give them much hay because they still have the grass, which the grass isn't as nice, but they're still eating it. And my horses, personally, they get fat off of breathing air. So I really don't have to go out and give them any special grain or like super thick alfalfa hay or anything. They don't need anything special like that in the wintertime. My horses are perfectly healthy, and they have the grass, and if it's snowing, we have hay. I mean, we have grass, alfalfa mix hay that they get. And once in a while, like usually at least once a week, I'll give them like a can of oats, or twice a week I'll give them some oats. Like it really doesn't change much. So yeah, they have full access to the barn all the time. Like sometimes in the summer I won't give them access to the barn, like because a lot of times they'll just stand in there and poop like all day long and make it disgusting. So I'll just close it off and they can go stand under a shade tree. Or they'll let my dad will let the cows in there, so they don't always have shelter in the summer. But in the wintertime, they always have the barn to go in if it's really windy or really ice cold. But other than that, I don't do anything super special for my horses in the winter. I think it's really ridiculous sometimes how people like freak out because it's wintertime. My horse is gonna get so cold. Like, your horse is designed to be able to live in these circumstances. Wild horses come from places like Montana, like way up north, that get freezing cold. And we've literally had days where it's negative 50 degrees, 40, 50 degrees here. Rarely, but we've had it before, and my horses have done okay. I've given them extra feed. Like if it's gonna get like that cold around here, I'll give them extra hay and extra extra oats, but like I don't freak out and lock them in the barn or anything or put a huge ass blanket on them. Like my horses are used to this and have been able to withstand quite a bit. So if they can withstand negative 50 degrees windy temperatures here in Iowa, I have no problems. I have no worries about them basically, because if they can do days like that, they are fine on the other days. So you guys pretty much, if you've watched my videos, know that I don't blanket my horses. I do not feel that horses need to be blanketed. I think that's unnecessary. In my eyes, horses are ancient animals that have been able to withstand the elements of our earth for thousands of years, okay? Horses are not new to this planet. They've been around since like evolution, like dinosaur time, and have evolved. So to me, my horses are biologically designed to withstand temperatures, okay? Temperature changes and stuff. Like a horse can grow a double thick coat overnight. Horses' instinct is designed to know and to expect and prepare for weather changes. Like if you notice that your horse, like it's going into fall and you notice for some reason your horse gains a lot of weight this week, or like a lot of weight in like, I don't know, a short time span, do you notice your horse like got really fat? That probably says something about what the weather's gonna do. Metabolism slowed down for some reason. And usually you can tell horses are smarter than us, okay? Horses are designed to live out in a wild environment with no extra, what do you want to call it, accessories. They are designed to be put in a barn when it's cold out. They're not designed to wear clothes when it's cold out, you know? So when you notice your horse gained a lot of weight because their metabolism slowed down, their body is trying to store that fat. So if you're like cutting their feed way back because they gained weight, well, their body's trying to do that for a reason. They can tell the weather's going to change. And they store that fat to stay warm. And they grow a whole bunch of hair to stay warm. One thing that bothers me a lot, and this actually happened to me once, I put on Facebook, like I shared this post, and it was a really good article about why horses don't need blanketed in the winter. And I'll link it down below if I can find it. And I read it, and it was a really good article, and I shared it, and some girl I know commented and was like, every horse's needs are different. My horse needs blanketed because he is shaved. You can't say the same thing for all horses. And I was just like, really? And I replied back and I was just like, well, of course he needs a blanket in that case because the main property of his body that's designed to keep him warm is taken away. You shaved it off. How is he supposed to keep warm then? Like, that's why horses grow long hair, okay? They don't just do that because, like, so I was like, well then, yeah, no duh, okay? You shaved off all of his hair, so what's he supposed to keep warm with? Like, that's his natural instinct for his body to do that, and you took that away. So, like, I was like, no kidding then. So, yeah, I don't blanket my horses. So, yeah, I don't really change my routine at all for them. I don't really ride them in the winter. If it's like a really nice day out, like this type of weather that we're having right now in Iowa, which is like 45, 50 degrees in the like end of November, which is really strange. I could ride them in this weather. I don't mind that. But like if it's super cold, I don't ride them. Just because I feel like horses should be storing their energy in their bodies to stay warm and to produce fat and to produce hair and all that type of stuff and prepare for the elements and the weather instead of wasting their energy on carrying me around. So if it's really cold like that, I don't ride them. But like, I mean, this is really nice weather. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to have a ride, but I don't usually. So yeah. So that's kind of just how I take care of them. I don't know. I don't really change my routine at all. So they're pretty self-sufficient, and that's how I like it. I think the horses like it that way. I think they appreciate me not bothering them all the time and controlling their every move. So hope that answered some of your guys' questions. I know I get asked about it very frequently for some reason. So Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer them. I also, I might do Vlogmas on my other channel. My other channel is very small. It's just kind of like a fun channel I don't post on a lot, but I've been wanting to try posting on it more for non-horse related content, and I thought about doing Vlogmas this year. I did it last year. So if you want to watch that, leave me a comment down below if you would watch. So just so I know people will watch and I'm not just like filming just for no reason. So yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys later. Bye.